Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy. This is 3 movies. We're only talking about 1 today, and that is Totally Fucked Up. The reason is because I decided, back with Twilight specifically, but just generally, that if there's a series of movies, I'm going to do each movie individually. And in this case specifically, I think each movie is just its own thing that kind of loosely form a trilogy, so it doesn't make sense to discuss them all at once. But with that being said, the box set is all 3 movies, so the cover is kind of all 3. But we're just going to be talking about Totally Fucked Up, his 1993 movie. It is shot in a way that reminds me of more like an interview. It feels, I can't think of what to call it, but you know when you're watching like The Office or Modern Family and you get those little alone shots that happen between scenes of like them talking to the camera. A lot of the movie is that, in this interview style where they're being asked questions and discussing their feelings on being gay teens in, we'll say, 89 to 92. Discussing what it is to be a gay teen in that time. There's a group of about 5-6 people, and we kind of see their lives spread throughout the movie, but also these interviewed segments. They have a really nice VHS like static over top of all of the interviewed parts, and you find out later the interviewing is being done by one of the members of the little friend group, and it really is great. You see their dating lives, you see, you know, how they feel together, with most of the movie following James Duvall's character, Andy, who is a relatively depressed, sort of questioning gay bisexual teen who doesn't seem particularly like he's getting along with his own friend group. He seems fine with them, but there's clearly this detachment where he doesn't feel cared about, and this culminates in his suicide at the end of the movie. It's only a 73-minute movie, so just touching over an hour. It is a different kind of movie. It is not, there isn't like a huge plot, there isn't a whole lot going on. It's really, in my opinion, most of the movie is focused on those interview segments where you really get to learn a lot about the characters, and it's a low-budget movie. This is beyond independent movie. This movie was shot for like Greg Araki's lunch money, and you can feel that because it means that there's not a whole lot of like regular plot footage or like just things happening. It's mostly the interviews, but I think that works to this movie's benefit because you spend so much time, I mean, not so much time, it's only an hour-long movie, but you spend so much time you spend so much of that runtime just listening to the characters talk and develop and express themselves in a super straightforward setting, but they're teenagers, so they're kind of lying to even themselves at times, and it's great. It is a phenomenal movie. There's a reason it's considered like a seminal piece of queer cinema, and it makes sense. This is fantastic. This is also the last movie he made before his major film debut with the second part of this trilogy, The Doom Generation. This is a really fantastic movie. Beyond recommend watching this movie. I think it is imperative that people watch this movie. I think this is the kind of movie that everyone just should watch, just for the way it's made and what it is, even if it's not necessarily the most like bloated, you know, story, the most well-told story or anything like that. Just such an incredibly well-made movie. Again, when it's being made for nothing, this is such a good example of limitations kind of growing the artistic, the creativity because of these limitations. You know, he doesn't have a ton of money. He can't be out filming, you know, hours in the streets. So most of it's just done in like an apartment with a camera, talking to the cast, and it's great. Not my favorite of his movies, although to be fair, I've only seen 2, and one of them's Mysterious Skin. So like, the competition's pretty steep right now. But also, Mysterious Skin was made 12 years later and is like a relatively bigger budget movie, you know, famous actors and a lot more involved. This is something he made, you know, again, with nothing. You know, this is something he scraped together himself, so fantastic work here. Gregg Araki is an incredible director, and this movie does kind of show why he's as famous as he is. Absolutely go watch this movie, and we will continue with the trilogy later. And with that in mind, my plan for releasing these longer series where it's multiple films is individually they'll all get a video, and then sometime after I'll just kind of re-edit all of that into one, you know, compilation and put it back out as like a not as the weekly video, just as like an additional video 1 week, just as a compilation. So if anyone wants to watch the whole, you know, Twilight Saga, or in this case, the entire Teen Apocalypse trilogy as one video, you can, but it's just really just 3 different videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.